It's insane. Yeah. It's really wild. So, like, I mean, it was inevitable that at least a few Soros operatives would be in the audience. Give my regards to George. Say hi to George from me. USA, 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 USA. Yep. I mean, it was inevitable. I was waiting for that one. So, I mean, yeah, thank you. But it's $1 trillion, so that's still a lot. And it's gotta be. We got another Soros sleeper agent there. USA, 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 USA. So, I mean, to be clear, the very simple thing we're doing, as you may have seen with stuff that we've posted on the Doge.gov website and the Doge handle on the X platform, there is a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the federal government. Like, shocking, really. It's insane. Yeah. It's really wild. So, like, I mean, it was inevitable that at least a few Soros operatives would be in the audience. Give my regards to George. Say hi to George from me. USA, 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 USA. Yep. I mean, it was inevitable. I was waiting for that one. So, I mean, yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, isn't it shocking how much violence and hatred is coming from the left? I mean, isn't it supposed to be the party that they claim to be the party of empathy, and yet they're burning Teslas and shooting up dealerships and calling for the death of the president and me? I'm like, guys, this is insane. Like, they're gone psycho. I mean, it's really like, I totally understand if somebody doesn't want to buy a product. Yeah, it's up to you. It's a free country, but you don't have to burn it down. Okay. But much. That's somebody else's car. Leave it alone. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so, man, the derangement level on the left is just like, it's blown my mind, frankly. I mean, I'm like, what is going on? They've just lost it next level. I'm like, it's like, whoa. And I sort of wonder what's, the legacy media is in part to blame for this, and maybe primarily to blame for this, because it's really terrible. It's like, if they keep calling, they've obviously called President Trump every name in the book. I think there was one article that called the president worse than Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin combined. And I'm like, actually, President Trump's not killed anyone. In fact, he's very good at stopping wars, not starting them. So, we're really very different. Maybe we need to add some more history lessons back in schools. Because I don't know if people understand, what the difference. Do they know what Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin did? It seems they don't. I mean, it's just indicative of the poor quality of education pushed by the National Department of Education. So, that's why we want to restore freedom to the states, let the states decide on the educational agenda and not have something pushed by a bunch of neo-Marxists in DC. So, I mean, it is astounding how much anti-American propaganda is pushed on kids today in schools. It's mind-blowing. It's like, what the hell's going on, you know? So the very simple, straightforward goal of the Doge team is to get rid of waste and fraud. It's mostly waste. Or depending on how, I'd say it's probably 80% waste, 20% fraud, something like that. But it's $1 trillion, so that's still a lot. And it's gotta be. We got another Soros sleeper agent there. USA, USA, USA. USA. So, I mean, to be clear, the very simple thing we're doing, and we post everything publicly on the Doge website, which is just to look at every expense and say, is this actually a good use of your taxpayer dollars? That's it. It's not super complicated. And the thing that's pretty wild, this is why I say, I used to be a Democrat, and so and if you listen to the speeches of Clinton and Gore in the 90s, when they were going on about reducing waste and fraud, it literally, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference if, who said it, Doge or Clinton Gore. You can't even tell the difference. It sounds exactly the same. It's wild. So we're really just trying to restore common sense to government and say, let's not waste your money, and let's make sure it's spent well, and that's it. And in trying to save $1 trillion of expenditures, what we're saying is, of the $7 trillion in government spending, let's see if we can make it 15% more efficient. And I'm confident that we can. That's actually not a huge bar, by the way. So, and when you see the crazy things that the government is spending money on, you can see a list of some of them. So I don't know if we should be spending money on transgender comic books in Peru. That doesn't seem like an ideal thing to spend your money on. Why would we do that? If somebody in Peru wants to do that of their own accord, that's fine, but it shouldn't be your money that does it. So it just, and we shouldn't be paying rent on empty buildings. If I do think there is a role for government, but we just need to make sure, we're just going through and saying, and doing what I would call an excellent and necessary and reasonably trusted review of organizations and personnel. So is this person doing a good job? Great. Is the role necessary? If so, that's good. And are they reasonably trusted, meaning they're not a psycho? We're not talking about political affiliation, just that they're not crazy. What's wrong with that? I'm sounds super normal to me. So that's it. Now, in this process, one of the things that we've discovered, which is, I think, on the fraud side, which is a really big deal, is that the Democrat administration, the Biden administration, has basically taken every arm of the U.S. government and bent it towards creating a financial incentive for illegal immigrants to come to the United States. Now, this is every part of the government. So Social Security, Medicaid, unemployment insurance, disability, even the IRS. So you can fill out a fake tax return and say you need a tax. Maybe I shouldn't tell people this, but it'll actually work. I mean, mostly. There's some chance you'll get caught, but if you fill out a fake tax return, you can just get a tax refund, even though if you didn't pay taxes. So we're trying to stop all these things to say okay, well, let's stop the waste and fraud, and we also need to turn off the massive financial incentive for illegals to come to the United States and stay in the United States.